Imagine a shark so massive, its jaws could swallow a whole car. A predator so powerful, it could bite through steel with the force of 40,000 pounds. For millions of years, this monster ruled the oceans with absolute dominance. This is the story of Megalodon, the largest, most terrifying predator to ever patrol our planet's waters. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why scientists believe that if this creature still existed today, we wouldn't be swimming in the ocean. Let's start with the question everyone wants answered. Just how big was Megalodon? The scientific name is Otodus megalodon, which literally means giant tooth. And trust me, that name is earned. While most people have heard Megalodon was big, the reality is almost beyond comprehension. The best estimates put Megalodon at 50 to 60 feet long on average. That's about the length of a bowling lane. The absolute largest specimens? We're talking up to 67 feet, longer than 2 school buses parked end to end. To put that in perspective, the great white shark, the apex predator we fear today, maxes out at around 20 feet. Megalodon was 3 times longer. But here's where it gets truly insane. Because of the square cube law, when you triple something's length, its weight doesn't triple. It increases exponentially. A great white weighs around 2 tons. Megalodon, between 50 and 100 tons. That's the weight of 10 elephants in a single shark. Picture this. If a megalodon swam past you underwater, its dorsal fin alone would be taller than an adult human. Its tail could be 12 feet across. And we haven't even talked about the most terrifying part yet, the mouth. A megalodon's jaws could open nearly 10 feet wide and 8 feet tall. You could stand inside its mouth without your head touching the roof. Its tooth-lined maw was so enormous that paleontologists have reconstructed jaws large enough to fit 6 grown adults standing inside, shoulder to shoulder. Speaking of teeth, the teeth of Megalodon are the stuff of nightmares, and they're the main reason we know so much about this creature. See, shark skeletons are made of cartilage, not bone, so they don't fossilize well. But teeth? Teeth are built to last, and Megalodon teeth are massive. We're talking 7 inches long from root to tip, about the size of your hand. For comparison, a great white's tooth is about 2 inches. And while a great white has around 300 teeth at any given time, Megalodon had up to 276 teeth arranged in 5 rows, constantly being replaced throughout its life. Some scientists estimate a single Megalodon could go through 20,000 teeth in its lifetime. But size isn't everything. It's the bite force that makes this truly terrifying. The bite force of a Megalodon has been calculated at somewhere between 24,000 to 40,000 pounds per square inch. Let me give you some context. Megalodon had the most powerful bite of any creature that has ever lived. Period. What could you do with that kind of power? Well, Megalodon could bite clean through bone. In fact, fossilized whale bones have been found with Megalodon tooth marks gouged right through them. And we're talking about bones a foot thick. This shark could bite off the fin of a whale like you'd bite into a sandwich. It could crush the skull of a prehistoric whale in a single chomp. That's not a predator. That's a living nightmare. So what did Megalodon actually hunt with all this terrifying equipment? During the Miocene and Pliocene epochs, roughly 23 to 2.6 million years ago, Megalodon ruled the oceans. And I mean ruled. This wasn't just an apex predator. This was the apex of apex predators. Nothing in the ocean was safe. Megalodon's primary prey was whales. Not the little ones either. We're talking about the massive baleen whales and early toothed whales that populated prehistoric oceans. Fossilized evidence shows Megalodon targeted the flippers and fins of whales first, immobilizing them before moving in for the kill. Strategic, brutal, effective. But here's what's wild. Megalodon wasn't a picky eater. Fossil evidence suggests these sharks fed on giant sea turtles the size of cars, dolphins and porpoises, large fish, seals and sea lions, basically anything that moved in the water. One fossil discovery in Peru showed a whale skeleton with dozens of megalodon teeth embedded in it, suggesting either a feeding frenzy or a particularly aggressive attack. Another finding showed megalodon teeth marks on a 30-foot-long whale skull. The shark had bitten right through the skull to get to the brain. This thing hunted with intelligence. And here's the kicker. Megalodon had very few, if any, natural predators. When you're the biggest thing in the ocean with the strongest bite in history, what's going to hunt you? The only real threats to a megalodon were other megalodons. These sharks were so dominant that their very existence shaped the evolution of every other marine species during their reign. But if Megalodon was so successful, so powerful, so perfectly adapted, why did it disappear? Here's where the story takes a fascinating turn. Megalodon went extinct approximately 2.6 million years ago, and scientists still debate exactly why. But the leading theories all point to one thing: climate change. And I'm talking about natural climate change that reshaped the entire planet. During the Pliocene epoch, the Earth underwent massive cooling. Ocean temperatures dropped significantly, ice caps formed at the poles, and sea levels changed dramatically. This triggered a domino effect. Theory 1. The food chain collapsed. As oceans cooled, whale populations migrated to colder polar waters for feeding. Megalodon, being a large predator, needed warm water to maintain its massive body temperature and metabolism. It couldn't follow its prey into Arctic and Antarctic waters. No food in your hunting ground? You die out. Theory 2. Competition from new predators. Around the same time Megalodon went extinct, a new predator evolved: the great white shark. Great whites were smaller, more agile, and could survive in colder waters. They could go places Megalodon couldn't, and hunt prey Megalodon couldn't reach. When your prey base shrinks and competitors show up, evolution doesn't favor the giant. Theory 3. Babies couldn't survive. Megalodon juveniles needed warm, shallow coastal nurseries to grow up safely, away from adult megalodons who might eat them. As sea levels changed and coastlines shifted, these nursery grounds disappeared. No safe place for babies means no next generation. Most likely, it was a combination of all three, plus factors we haven't even discovered yet. Now, here's where things get interesting for a different reason. Despite being extinct for 2.6 million years, Megalodon has a dedicated following of people who believe it's still out there. YouTube is filled with Megalodon caught on camera videos. The Discovery Channel even aired a mockumentary in 2013 that convinced millions of viewers Megalodon was still alive. The conspiracy theory is everywhere. But let's be real for a second. Megalodon is definitely extinct. Here's why we know. We would see them. A 60-foot shark needs to eat constantly. We'd find whale carcasses with massive bite marks regularly. We'd find fresh teeth. Shark teeth wash up on beaches constantly. We find great white teeth all the time. Where are the fresh Megalodon teeth? The ocean isn't that unexplored. Yes, we've only explored about 20% of the ocean floor, but we've surveyed the surface extensively. A creature that needs to breathe and hunt near the surface can't hide. The food chain doesn't support it. Modern oceans don't have the same abundance of massive whales that Megalodon relied on. But I get it. The idea of Megalodon still being out there is thrilling. It's terrifying and fascinating in equal measure. And that's exactly why this creature has captured our imagination for decades. So let's recap. Megalodon was a 60-foot, 100-ton shark with a bite force of 40,000 psi, teeth the size of your hand, and the ability to bite through solid bone. It dominated the oceans for nearly 20 million years, hunting whales as casually as we'd grab a snack. And then, because of climate change and a shifting food chain, the greatest predator in Earth's history vanished forever. The ocean today is a safer place because Megalodon is gone. But part of me, and I bet part of you too, wishes we could see one just once, from a very, very safe distance. If you enjoyed diving deep into the prehistoric past, smash that subscribe button because we've got more monster creatures coming up. Drop a comment and let me know. Would you want to see a Megalodon in person if you were guaranteed to be safe? I'll see you in the next one.